Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Have you visited the playlist of our channel? In our channel we cover the cross anatomy lectures, histology, embryology, anatomy quiz, anatomy practical exam preparation, radiological anatomy which will help you in the practical exams, and also surgical anatomy and anatomical variations. So those who have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and press the notification button so that you will receive the everyday updates. Today's class is the continuation of the scalp class. Scalp, we have seen previously the layers of the scalp. So those who have not seen this layers of the scalp, you see the layers of the scalp video first. Then now today's class we will cover the nerve supply and the blood supply of the scalp. Layers of the scalp has the letters, 5 letters: skin, dense connective tissue, epicranial aponeurosis and the muscle, loose areolar tissue and the pericranium. Now the nerve supply of the scalp. Nerve supply of the scalp, there are 10 nerves on each side. In front of the auricle, 5 nerves, and behind the auricle, 5 nerves. In this, each set, 4 are sensory and 1 is motor. 4 sensory and 1 motor. This motor is both front of the auricle and behind the auricle by the facial nerve. So facial nerve supplies both the front and the behind the auricle. If you see the other sensory nerves, first we will take the in front of the auricle. So if you see the front of the scalp, same like face, as if it is developed same in the line with the face, it derives its sensory nerve supply from the trigeminal nerve. So front of the auricle, sensory, trigeminal nerve, as the same as the face. So what are the 3 divisions of the trigeminal? Ophthalmic, maxillary and mandibular. So in this, from the ophthalmic, supraorbital and supratrochlear, these are the branches of frontal division of ophthalmic nerve. Maxillary gives the zygomaticotemporal, mandibular gives the auriculotemporal. Motor in front of the auricle, what is the muscle in front of the auricle is frontal bellies. So that is supplied by the temporal branch of the facial nerve. So this is the in front of auricle. Now behind the auricle. Behind the auricle supplied by the cervical plexus, 2 nerves, and dorsal rami, 2 nerves. So as if this back of the scalp is the extension of the neck. Front of the scalp is the extension of the face and back of the scalp is the extension of the neck. So what are the nerves from the cervical plexus? Great auricular nerve and lesser occipital nerve. So these are the branches of cervical plexus supplying the sides of the back of the scalp. If you see the midline on either side of the midline of the scalp in the behind the auricle, they are supplied by dorsal rami. You should not think suddenly what is this dorsal rami. So not only in the scalp, if you take the back adjoining the spine, the skin is supplied by the dorsal rami. So here is the greater occipital nerve, which is from the C2, which is the thickest cutaneous nerve of the body, and also lesser occipital nerve C3. So these are the 4 nerves, sensory nerves behind the auricle. If you see the motor nerve behind the auricle, posterior auricular nerve, branch of facial nerve. So it supplies the occipital bellies of the it supplies the occipital bellies of the epicranius muscle. So these are the 10 nerves which supply the auricle. If you see in this way, it will be easy to remember. Otherwise, if you memorize all the 10 nouns, it will be a big confusion for you. So that is supraorbital, supratrochlear, zygomaticotemporal, auriculotemporal, and temporal branch of the facial nerve, front of the auricle. Behind the auricle, greater auricular nerve, lesser occipital nerve, greater occipital nerve, and this is third occipital nerve, and this is third occipital nerve and posterior auricular branch of the facial nerve. So we have completed the nerve supply. Now we will see the arterial supply of the scalp. What are the arteries? There are 5 sets of arteries on either sides, 3 front of the auricle, 2 behind the auricle. So this is how. Here the scalp is the one side where the anastomosis of internal carotid artery and external carotid artery is taking place. If you see this in front of auricle, 2 arteries, same as nerves, you can remember supraorbital and supratrochlear, like same as nerve names. They are derived from the ophthalmic branch artery of the internal carotid artery. So another artery which supplies here is the superficial temporal artery, which is the branch of the external carotid artery. 2 arteries behind the auricle are the posterior auricular artery and the occipital artery. Also, they are the branches of external carotid artery. So this completes the arterial supply. 5 arteries, 3 in front and 2 behind. 3 front are the supraorbital, supratrochlear, and superficial temporal, posterior auricular artery, and occipital artery behind the auricle. So this completes the arterial supply. Now we will see the venous drainage of the scalp. So if you see the venous drainage of the scalp, this venous drainage, it will be covering also the venous drainage of the face as a whole. So same artery, same vein you have to take, supraorbital and supratrochlear. Supraorbital and supratrochlear veins join at the medial angle of the eye to form the facial vein, which will continue as the facial vein. Inside the parotid gland, this superficial temporal artery corresponding vein will be coming inside the parotid gland. Superficial temporal vein and maxillary vein joins to form the retromandibular vein. This retromandibular vein divides into anterior division and posterior division. This anterior division joins with the facial vein to form the common facial vein, which will drain into internal jugular vein. So this posterior division joins with the posterior auricular vein to form the external jugular vein. So this is the formation of external jugular vein, which may be asked the short notes for you. How it is formed by the posterior division of retromandibular vein and posterior auricular vein. So this completes the venous drainage of the scalp and the face. Now we will see the lymphatic drainage of the scalp. Lymphatic drainage of the scalp in front of auricle and behind the auricle. Front of the auricle, pre-auricular lymph nodes. Pre-auricular. And behind the auricle, post-auricular lymph nodes. So that is front of auricle and these are the behind the auricle. So this completes the nerve supply, arterial supply and venous drainage of the scalp. So the layers of the scalp we have seen in the previous class. If you see the applied anatomy of this nerve supply of the scalp, you can understand this scalp is supplied by the trigeminal nerve and by the cervical nerves. So for any small procedures, surgical procedures on the scalp, if we give local anesthesia, it does not give better results as the dermatomes are not adjacent. So these two are the dermatomes which are not close to each other. So if you see trigeminal nerve, it is a cranial nerve. And if you see behind the auricle, they are the cervical nerves. So this for anesthesia, for even for minor procedures in the scalp, we have to prefer mainly the general anesthesia. So this is the important point you should remember in the nerve supply of the scalp. So we have covered the scalp in detail in 2 classes. We will continue with the remaining classes of head and neck, face, parotid gland, dural folds, dural venous sinuses in that order. If you like this scalp class, you press the like button. If you want to continue to have the head and neck classes, those who have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe now so that you will receive the everyday classes.